Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to apply side art to your arcade cabinet. Now, here's the thing. This is just a quick showing of how I do it. There's probably better ways out there, and this is just going to be a real quick run through. I'll tell you some other things I would recommend that I'm not actually going to do in this video, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Now, the first things first, there are two types of side art. There's what I say is just smaller side art, and that's just something that would go maybe just right around here. And then you got the full size arcade cabinet side art, which looks something like this, where it covers the entire side of the cabinet. Now, before you tackle something like this, you might want to start off with something smaller, and that's what I'm gonna do right here. So, first thing, you know, you just want to make sure that your surface is clean. You don't want any dirt or residue, any type of oils on there. Now, this particular cabinet, well, it's pretty clean, but as you can see, it's got a lot of dents in here. It is probably just from delivery and from multiple houses. See, you got right here, you got some scratches here, got some scraping up here. Now, if this was a cabinet that I really cared about and I intended to keep forever and ever, I would recommend, you know, or what I would do is I would actually fill in these dents and try and patch them up with some putty or filler. You know, you fill it in, smooth it out, sand it down, etc., etc., etc. However, this cabinet, this is just my test cabinet. So I really don't have any, you know, it's not like it means too much to me. All it is just a test cabinet. And I'm actually running my Pandora's Box version 3 on this cabinet. So, you know, under normal circumstances, yeah, I would fill all this stuff in, but I'm not going to. So just make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, I just took a regular rag, wiped it down. I suppose there's some cleaner or something that you can use. I've never done anything that extreme. Now, let's get to the actual side art. Now, for this first step, the only thing you're going to need is some masking tape. And I'll show you why. Okay, so here we are. Now, I got, as you can see, some Marvel Superheroes side art. And if you pull away, you see it's very small. It's something just to go on the side of the cabinet just to make it look a little more pretty, I guess. You know, it's not the full side art that covers everything. It's just, you know, something small. And the only reason why I'm making this video is I've gotten actually a couple requests, and I finally decided to make the video, and this just happens to be some spare side art I had from another project. So I guess it, you know, it doesn't really go with it. You got the red and then just the black, but like I said, it's just a test cabinet. I just run my Pandora's Box version 3 in here. This is the cabinet I use to make my videos for the Pandora's Box 3. But anyways, back to the side art. Now, it's a nasty glare right there. The reason I recommend masking tape is it sticks good and it won't damage. You use any other type of tape, you're going to stick it on here, and what's going to happen is when you pull it off, it's going to damage your side art. It might be the adhesive that's just too strong. Now, you would normally think, okay, just put it up, tear off the back, and then, you know, put it on and smooth it out. That's not how I do it. First thing I do is I take the masking tape, and it allows me to, you know, put it how I want it, make sure it's nice and even. And again, the good thing about the masking tape is, you know, it comes off real nice and smooth. You see right there, it's not leaving any damage. There's no residue. So if you look right here, you know, to me, yeah, it looks pretty even. You know, I'm just going to go with that. So now what you want to do, You got it where you want it. Tape it down like this using masking tape on the sides. As you can see, I got some on the bottom too. And all you want to do is hold it in place. Now, here's the next part. You're going to need some scissors, which I don't have on me, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. I got my scissors. The next step is you want to take some long pieces of masking tape, put them at the edges, and then you want to actually take your top piece off and fold it back, curve it back, and kind of tape it to itself. And I'll show you what I mean. And of course you got the neighborhood dogs barking. Go ahead and put some on the edge right there. That way it kind of sticks into place. Maybe lower it just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so what does this do? Well, it allows you to still hold on right here, and you got this bent back. Now, why do you want to do that? Because instead of tearing the whole thing off, you want to just tear the protective backing off, I'd say maybe about 2 or 3 inches, and just cut all the way across. Cut the backing, not your art. So, let's see if I could do this. Because I know it's going to be a pain. Okay, so here we are. Got the protective coating coming off in the back. It's not a coating, more of a film. And what I would recommend, I mean, you can cut it, but I would actually, now that I'm thinking about it, bend it back. So we got it bent back. You can see right there. Here it is. I got it bent back. Now remember, you already had this set in place of where you wanted it. So now, get rid of all of this and go up. Let's get this out of the way. Now you want to start off a little bit at a time, and then just smooth it all out. Now, once you got that done, you can actually take off all this extra masking tape. Now, there are better videos out there which show exactly how to do this. This one, I admit, is not the best, but oh well. Now, if you have a squeegee of some sort, it would definitely help. If not, you can just use your hand. I know some hardcore arcade pros are going to say this is probably the worst possible method, but I'm not a pro and this has never, you know, done me wrong. You just want to get all those air bubbles out. The reason you don't want air bubbles is because over time it'll just look really bad. You got pockets of air in there. Now, remember when I said to fold it back? Well, this is why. See, here it is right here. And what you can do is just unleash a little bit more. And then smooth it on down. Do I have a squeegee? Yes, I do. Why am I not using it? Well, because again, my videos are for people who are new to the hobby, new to collecting, and they may not have all the right tools. So, you know, sometimes to get things done, you just gotta MacGyver it. Smooth everything out, and then go another couple inches. And just repeat that process again and again and again. Now again, it's not going to be perfect, especially if this is the first time you've done it. And again, you know, you can probably see right there some little dimples. That's because I didn't smooth, there was some issues right there. I didn't smooth it out, but, you know, it's not going to make a difference. If you think about side art, especially if you got this between a couple of other cabinets, no one's going to really notice. Now, if you're a hardcore collector, then I understand. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll shut off the video, and I'll just finish this process. And you can see what the end result looks like. But yeah, all you want to do is just a little bit at a time, a couple inches. The reason you don't want to do more, you know, say half the thing up front and pull half of the film down and do all that, you're going to mess up. You just are. Here's something else that I recommend about side art, especially if you're new to applying it. Always go for the good stuff. Yes, it costs a lot more than the cheap stuff. There are people on eBay who would sell quote-unquote cheap product. I've actually purchased the product. It's nice. It's very usable. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to end up wasting your money. There's a couple of vendors on eBay. They use really thin material, and you know you will mess up if you don't know what you're doing. The expensive stuff uses nicer colors, nice thick material, nice printing, but it does cost more. And to give you a hint, this set, I originally got it from Game On Graphics. I think it was like $65, and after shipping, came out to like 75 or something like that, 78. Shipping and... Did I pay tax on it? I don't think so. I don't think I'm in the same state. But anyways, there you are. I'll just do another section this way you guys can see the progress. Again, if you're a hardcore collector, I'm sure you're already cursing at me that this is the worst possible way, and a squeegee is an absolute must. But, yeah. Looks like I got some issues right there. Some of the color came off. I don't know if that was from me. Like I said, it is an old set of art that I had from a leftover project. But as you can see, just by using my hand, and once again, getting any air pockets out, it's looking pretty good. Look at that. All this has been applied to the cabinet, and I still got all this to go. Let's see just how much I got to go. So, ooh, looks like we got the ice cream man coming. So let me turn this off, and you know, we'll go from there. Okay, so there we are. That last clip I had to cut really quick. Ice Cream Man was coming, and knowing YouTube, with this, whatever song Ice Cream Man had on, YouTube may have flagged this video. As you can see, here's the whole side art. Again, sorry about that glare. But yeah. It does look kind of weird. It just doesn't go with this cabinet. You got the red and then just boom, that. But oh well. Hey, I made this video because I got a request and I had no use for this art. But yeah, nice and smooth. You know, just, you don't have a squeegee, use your hand like a squeegee. But there you are. Get a look on this side. Really, really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much the easy way to apply side art. Now again, if you've never done it before, God, that glare is horrible. If you never applied side art before, I recommend doing something like this before you try and conquer something like that. Now, when I do have a project that requires full side art, I've actually been thinking about adding full side art to this cabinet. I'll make a video on that. But for right now, for anyone who's new to the hobby, maybe you can find this video useful. And again, if you're a professional, I'm sure you hate every second of this video. Now, you can't see it right here. You can see a little bit of issues. That's actually where I had a gouge. So again, I would recommend filling it up with putty or filler or something. It's not an absolute necessary must-have, situation. Truthfully, I'm probably never going to see this side art because once I put the other side on, it's next to that cabinet, and I plan to have another cabinet right here. So again, I'm not one of those people that, just goes all out. It's just not worth it to me financially. The cabinets that are worth it to me are in the main house. But yeah, there you are. Hopefully you found this video useful. And if you have any questions, let me know. You might be wondering where I get the side art. Again, I told you this one, Game On Graphics. That's where I get a majority of my stuff. Side art, marquees, control panel overlays, everything. But yeah, this particular one, I think it was like $65 plus shipping. And all said and done, it comes out to about $75, $78. So yeah, it's not cheap, but oh well. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time. There you go, the Mad Titan himself.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.